This is Georgia Tech. You might be asking yourself, what is Georgia Tech? Well, let me tell you about this wonderful, marvelous, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding, unique, and extraordinary university. Georgia Tech, located in Atlanta, Georgia, is a public research university about 2,135 miles from Indian Springs High School. It's known for its strong focus on research and innovation, and it was founded by Nathaniel Edwin Harris, who served as Georgia's 61st governor and was a veteran of the Confederate Army. Harris thought that the South needed to catch up with the industrial progress in the North after the Civil War, so he proposed a bill for a new school, and the Georgia General Assembly approved the creation of the Georgia Institute of Technology on October 13, 1885. Initially, the school opened its doors to just 84 students, but over the course of 138 years, it has grown significantly, now fitting 45,296 students. Now that you have a sense of the history behind Georgia Tech, let me explain to you exactly what it is and why it is a wonderful, marvelous, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding, unique, and extraordinary university. Georgia Tech is home to the Yellow Jackets. This hyperactive insect named Buzz was appointed as the school's mascot in the 1980s. He's widely recognized for his ability to spread positivity and promote school spirit, but also for climbing over the stadium, stealing concessions, and crowd surfing. Basically, he's better than a lot of mascots because he's actually full of personality and isn't boring like this tree. Yes, I said it, I absolutely hate the Stanford tree. It looks horrifying and it looks like something that a child with psychological problems would draw, like spare me the 47th chromosome. Georgia Tech is a great choice for a school if you want to get a job in the technology field. I mean, it's in the name. Every course offered opens opportunities for some of the most important jobs in the world. One specific major I chose was computer science. I myself am thinking of studying computer science in the future. And no, going for computer science doesn't mean you're gonna sell your soul to a mega corporation to have your conscience ripped out from you and put into a cyberspace where you're gonna live for eternity. No. In computer science, you get to explore the fundamentals of programming and computational theory. If you think that's boring, you're going to end up homeless. Students are prepared for highly productive and hands-on careers in the industry, and a career you can receive with computer science major is software engineering. You get to do stuff like develop operating systems, network control systems, and even computer games. But if you don't want to do anything technology related because you're stupid, then you can always go for the sweaty, sticky, moist, painful, and body odor monument that is sports. It's a university. Of course it's going to have sports. I don't know a single thing about sports. So I'm gonna hand you over to my friend Adrian.
Football, baseball, basketball. What are these? Sports. If you say three of these things are the most basic in America, you're right. Why are these the most popular sports in Georgia Tech and every other university in the entire country? Because they're sports. Georgia Tech has a long-standing tradition of these three sports and produced hundreds of successful athletes and teams over the years. They provide excellent facilities, including the Bobby Daw Stadium for football, McCamish Pavilion for basketball, and Russ Chandler for baseball. They also compete in the Atlantic Coast Conference, which is known for the high level of competition. The teams also compete with other top-tier colleges and universities, making the games exciting and engaging for fans.
Who said university life was boring? Miss Heidi Sweetnam did. But you know what university isn't dull and boring? Georgia Tech. The school is in Atlanta, Georgia, which is known for having a diverse range of cultural, recreational, and entertainment options, so there's a lot of things to do there. Do you like fish? Well, good news for you. There's an aquarium nearby. You can harass the fish all you want, and it's a great place for a fun and educational day out. Do you like nature? Well, you're weird, but also good news for you. There's the Atlanta Botanical Garden. The garden features beautiful walking paths and relaxing scenes to lay back or take a peaceful stroll. You can also harass the trees. Do you like civil and human rights? Well, amazing news for you. There's a museum that offers interactive exhibits on the history and struggle for civil and human rights in the United States and the world. But none of these can compare to the tour of the Coca-Cola world. A museum solely dedicated to the culture of the most iconic and tasteful beverage in the entire universe. You can taste that fresh phosphoric acid and try different Coca-Cola products from different countries. I know most of you weren't thinking, oh, are there fraternities or sororities at this school? Well, if you did... Yes, there is a vibrant Greek life community on campus, with many of them being called weird names like Kappa Sigma, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Kappa Kappa Gamma, Phi Gamma Delta, Alpha Tau Omega. Flippy Jippy Nappa Tappa Omega Witter Shinny Willy. I understand if you don't want to beat up a homeless person for entry to a fraternity or sorority, so instead, you can beat them up with robots. No, I'm not talking about beating up homeless people with robots. I'm talking about fighting robots with other robots. This is the Robo Jackets Club. Watch robots fight to the death. Robo Jackets is divided into several sub-teams, each focusing on a specific type of robot competition. Robo Jackets' main mission is to promote robotics education and hands-on experiences in engineering, designing, and programming through project and other assignments. Would I join Robo Jackets? Yeah! Do you want to travel abroad? Well, great news! They have a school in China. China is a great country. Everyone that lives in China loves living in China. China is the #1 country in the world. You will now spend $45 on Temu. $45 on Temu. You will now spend $45.
Sorry for Anthony's Claro's camera dying. Buongiorno, my name is Cletus, and did you know Georgia Tech has a campus in Metz, France? They offer classes that focus on French language and culture. So grab yourself a coffee and croissant and head down to France, where you get yelled at, but you get to go to Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech has a rigorous admissions process. Most admitted students have a high GPA, typically in the 3.8 to a 4.0 range. A strong and good academic record, such as honors, AP, and IB classes, ups your chances of getting in. The acceptance rate is currently at 17%, and to calculate the total number of students that successfully got in, we have to multiply the total number of applicants, which is 52,354, by 0.17, which is the acceptance rate, which means that out of the 52,354 students that applied for the school in 2024, only 8,900 students actually got in. But don't let this discourage you. If President Jimmy Carter did it, then you can do it too, especially since he's 100 years old. Take talk, Jimmy! Tuition for out-of-state students at Georgia Tech is higher than for in-state students. The estimated tuition and fees for out-of-state undergraduate students are around $30,000 to $33,000. The average financial aid awarded to students at Georgia Tech is $14,927. So, this has been a wonderful, marvelous, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding, unique, and extraordinary experience telling you why you should go to Georgia Tech. And if you're still not convinced to go here, well, then you should kill...